Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're back with the first of our faction teams, Team Mauler. Last week we didn't do much with the factions, just continued through our daily progression. As you can see, 29-54, all four of the teams relatively close to each other, and the Mauler team is still out on top. So looking at our team here, as you can see, we have a lot of heroes already built, still working on Titus. Hopefully we can get enough food today with 16,000 diamonds to go ahead and build out Titus, getting him all the way to Ascended. And then I believe we're going to focus on Satrena. Satrena is actually going to be the next one that we're going to focus on building. Heard absolutely amazing things with Satrena, so I do want to build her on this account and see exactly how well she does. So let's go ahead, we'll get into the summons. We do have a couple of stones here. One elite stone, which gives us a Arden, not much help there. But we do have 40 rare stones. We have collected a lot of those stones up through the events and through the Misty Valley that is going on right now. So looking at our summons, we're actually going to keep the wish list the same, continuing to build these heroes. Antandra and Satrena, we're building both. Drez, and then adding stars to Skarath and Inoki, so we can go ahead and complete both of those out. Stargazers, we don't have enough for any more of our Taline poles, but on all of the faction accounts, she is almost completely ascended. So we are definitely getting close to having her complete. And it looks like with our rare cards, we are already maxed out here with our summons. A lot of elite heroes there. Got a couple more elite plus, which is good. Food for the off factions. So again, fingers crossed we pull a couple Maulers. So we got one rare Mauler there. Second companion point gives us just a couple more rares, which is okay. We always do need food. This we're actually going to save at this point because there's a couple Maulers that we want to, which I'm thinking we might as well go ahead and use this, is what I'm thinking. Because not only will we get the desired Maulers, let's check Skarath and see how far he is from being completed. We need, I believe, one more copy of Skarath. So what I'm thinking, honestly, let's go ahead because we usually don't use these summons. Double Skarath, just like that. That actually gives us a bonus copy though. So pulling two on that, even though it is very, very good, that gives us a copy we're not going to use at this point. But there we go. We have Skarath all the way to 5 stars. So moving right down the Mauler. So now that we have him at 5 stars, let's focus on Inoki. Inoki is another one. We need one copy of Inoki. So we will actually swap this out. That way, when we're pulling more heroes and when we do specific faction summons, we will actually be able to eliminate these heroes from the wish list, which is exactly what I want to do. So we're going to go through the faction accounts. We're going to limit the heroes here, so we can actually start putting fodder essentially into our wish list. And there is our copy of Inoki, which will bring him to 5 stars as well. All right, so let's hop over and we'll build him really quick. So another 5 stars, so that means Skarath is done, Inoki is done. So essentially, like I was saying, a lot of the heroes here. So we have Verk, which let's focus on Verk at this point. So we'll just go ahead and focus summon for Verk. Well, we actually don't have any left, so we'll just regular summon at this point. Just looked, we don't have any, but looking at the wish list, here we go. So boom, boom, knocking those two out. As you can see, we are slowly running out. So we'll drop Verk in here again. Brutus and Kasos we will build eventually. Then we have Titus. So as we start finishing out heroes here, Kasos just needs 2 more stars. Brutus we still have to build, but everybody else in this wish list are heroes specifically that we're going to be looking for. Everybody else in the Mauler team is pretty much 5 stars, which is the same across the faction. So very, very cool to see those heroes done. So a little bit more food there. I'm really hoping we have enough to get Titus up, which another one there. So that will do it for our summons. Remember, all of our materials, so all of the resources that we're actually getting, we are just banking from the barracks coins. We're banking everything for Ainz and Albedo, as well as everything that we have, we're banking at this point. Just sitting tight, just holding on to it to see exactly how much we do need. All right, so here is the moment of truth. Did we get enough food? 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually have 4 perfectly. So we'll be able to build Titus as well. Very, very cool to see. All right, so we'll use both of these copies, which will give us a legendary plus, and there is the food we needed for Titus. Mythic. Remember, this is a 20% boost to his stats. So not only that, taking him to Ascended, another 20% boost to his stats. So again, we don't have that many heroes left. Double copies so we can get Drez up with some food. We have double copies of Satrana so we can get her up. On Trandor Brutus, we already have enough to actually build him with 1 star at this point. But now look at the amount of 5-star Mauler heroes we have. So essentially, like I was saying earlier, is 1, if we get more copies of these heroes, we can go ahead and use them as fodder for other heroes. So we can continue to build them out all the way to max, just like we've seen the wish list for the Oak Inn. Once we get Saphia even to 9, to full set 9 furniture, we can drop her out of the wish list, add another Mauler in there, and continue. So over the next couple weeks, we are going to continue to max out the rest of our heroes to 5 stars, be able to put nothing but fodder essentially into the wish list. It is going to be the only thing we can. But in return, once we have these heroes built, if a new hero is released, we have the desired heroes summons to go ahead and finish those out. And we'll have the ability to have more than enough fodder through summons themselves to continue building all of these heroes. So looking at the library, the Elder Tree did give us a couple more points there. Tree is almost maxed out, all 25s. Let's go ahead and look at the Oak Inn really quick. Here we have 18,000, so we have a ton. Looking at the wish list, Satrana's already in there, Titus is already in there. So as we continue to build these as well, as soon as we get Taylene up, it is going to be all Maulers in here. Very, very cool. We're continuing to use our red cards. All right, so let's see how we do with the summons today. First one, a red little twinkle. So we're going to get another piece for Titus. Very nice. Remember, we don't have him in here yet. We actually haven't invited him, which let's go ahead and we will drop him in here. I was just thinking about that. He's not even invited in here because he was not ascended, but I'm not even sure how many pieces of furniture we already have for him, because remember, he has been in the wish list for a little bit. So we might be able to add some furniture to him, add a couple more abilities to him to help with progression. So we'll unlock the room, spend a couple diamonds, which usually I just wait. Most of the time I just get impatient and go ahead and summon him up. So we'll put him in the priority because remember, all of our Maulers are the priority for this count. So there is Titus from nothing to 4 red pieces. So he already has 4 mythic pieces at this point. So looking there, he already has 4. So that unlocks his ability, which is awesome. I want to see Scrag up higher. I want to see Anoki up a little bit higher, as well as Warwick building up their furniture. So it looks like we're going to have a legendary piece on this one. Red little twinkle again, getting some good luck here. Another piece for Titus. Another piece. We are getting lucky with some of the summons today. And remember, we go to about 6 of 9. Once we have a hero at 6 of 9 furniture, we'll actually go ahead and save our red cards to build it. And there is Anoki's piece, so that should give us the 3-piece with 1 red card on the table, which again, we're going to save. But boom, that gives us Anoki's 3-piece as well. So adding a 3-piece to Anoki, adding a 3-piece to Titus. Let's check out Anoki's really quick. Using his Warhorn ability, again, 15 seconds after the initial use. Horn of Horror can be used up to 2 times per battle. Each time the ability is used, the shield that is generated will become 50% weaker. So not too bad. So it's going to give him a definite bonus there. And then Titus receives healing is increased by 25%. Tenacity is increased by 17%. And attack rating is increased by 8% for every non-summoned ally that has been defeated or which currently has less than 50% of their maximum health. So very, very powerful with his Lust for Blood ability. Remember, that's coupled with, usually he's on the enemy side if Scrag is on the enemy side as well, Titus is going to take damage reduction, and he is going to have that attack boost as well, which is very cool. So that is going to make Titus very, very strong. In addition with Titus, he is almost completely maxed out. I am about 4 chests shy. I think in total I'm about 4 chests shy from getting his plus 30. So with the new event, or with the new packs, the promo packs that we get, and the new event that is coming, but looking here in the Noble Society, we are picking up red chests out of here. Very, very powerful to get all of these red chests and actually banking them. This will be able to give him his plus 30 signature item. Then for the twisted bounties, we actually went with Poe coins, because I do want to max out more of the heroes to 9 of 9 Poe coins. Poe coins, very, very strong, as well as the twisted essence. Again, it's a tough trade just because of the twisted essence. You don't get as frequently, but very, very cool to get the Poe coins out of there so we can continue to make progression. So as you can see, 29-54. So let's go ahead and we will get into the campaign. So 29-54. The team that we're going to go with here is our standard team. We are going to throw Titus in here. I like running Titus behind Scrag because both of them do push the enemy back. As you can see there, Titus provides a really, really solid crowd control as well as substantial damage, which you can see there. Very, very cool to finally have him built. Looking there, 19.8, 18.6. So he maximizes damage there, as well as the crowd control aspect. Remember, in this team, the only crowd control we really have is Skarath, who does a little bit kind of with the displacement, but we do also have the stun effect that we get from Sophia. The Falling Sun ability still doing a ton of damage here, as you can see, 36 million damage. So dynamic with this team comp is, one, you have Nemitsu for support, which is good. He's got the totems, he's got the distractions. Coupled with Scrag pushing back, Inoki pushing back. Scrag does get his bonus when he's in the enemy side, as well as Titus, as well as Inoki. They get the defense reduction, and they get the bonus attack, which very, very strong. Perfect synergy between the Mauler team. 30 million damage, 17 million there from Titus. Having his signature item completely maxed out, I know is going to increase his damage quite a bit, which I cannot wait to have. Probably another week or two, like I had said, and we will have him completely maxed out. Just got to add a couple stars, which will come very, very quickly with those desired summons. So looking here, 46 million damage, but look at that, 9 million damage healed from Nemitsu. Again, the totem radius he has is giant. If you see the beginning of battle, Nemitsu's totems actually cover all 5 heroes. Then as he begins to drop the totems up front, provides not only the defensive totem, but also the healing totem up front. 44 million. In the back, they are leaving Sophia in her Spectral Disruption, just absolutely destroying heroes from the back line, which is perfect. Here, Inoki almost goes down very quick with Savius. Savius, remember, does a ton of damage, but as soon as the Falling Sun fully charged, it's pretty much over. If we can get that 40 million damage. But look at that, 25, almost 26 million damage healed from Nemitsu, which is the reason with the hero focus that I made, very, very powerful. So in this one, we are going to go with Titus up front because, again, we want the crowd control aspect. We want to push heroes back. Also, Nemitsu is providing the haste, as you've seen right there, to Sophia in the top. This one's going to be really close, but we got it done. Look at that. Chapter 29 is complete. 44 million damage, 27 million damage there from Skarath. Very, very cool. So that will complete 29. First faction team going into Chapter 30. So we are progressing at this point, I would say late game, maybe late game, not end game. End game's probably 34 plus. But definitely late game, so 30-1. We're going to swap out and put Verk in here. Remember, Verk's poison traps, very, very powerful. If a hero comes to our side, they do get not only poisoned, but they do also get stunned. Verk does more damage against poison targets because of his furniture. So a very, very unique dynamic as we're trying to take out Thorin. Thorin is very difficult to kill in the campaign, especially. So 26, look at that. 35 million damage, 27 million damage healed from Nemesu. So absolutely amazing. This team, and again, the synergy. I really feel like the Wilders and the Maulers have solid synergy. Graveborn have the ability to survive kind of on their own. Isolde kind of lives by himself. Daemon kind of lives by himself. I'm hoping to build Silas. That way we can see the dynamic there. 53 million damage there from Verk. Verk, again, absolutely destroying teams with the amount of damage. The only downfall to Verk is the ability for him to get stunned. So he can actually get stunned while he's ulting. If he has the ability to actually run up and down the field, just like you've seen there, the damage is not going to be stopped. He does maximum damage in a very short amount of time. 61 million damage, 55 million damage there. The combination of the two with Nemitsu as support, very strong. This one we got to deal with Nara. So we're going to put Nara with Verk. Because remember, when Verk goes over there, hopefully he does not die because of the totems. We'll actually keep him alive. But if he ults from that side, he'll actually come back to our back line to live. 71 million damage there. Verk unfortunately died pretty quick, but remember, he does have the dodge. That's the other big thing out of this team. Casters with Nara will get absolutely destroyed. Verk does have dodge. I know between the bleed and the stun, very difficult to keep him alive, but very close there. Verk actually stayed up in that battle, even though damage very mitigated, but 38 million there. Because remember, when Nara pulls you over, not only does she stun, she does do a bleed effect. So essentially at that point, the hero isn't doing any damage at all. But again, with Nara and a caster, she will destroy a caster very fast. Where on this combination with Verk, she does not. So even looking here, Sophia with the haste, 5 kills again, putting out a ton of damage, 64 million damage. This is the reason why I built Sophia, and I got her a 9 furniture bonus. A lot of people said 9 was way too much, but if I have her Falling Sun ability, as you can see powering up right there, if she's in the Spectral Disruption, the Falling Sun ability is faster, allowing her to not only cast more scatter bolts, is power up quicker and do that massive ultimate ability faster. This one, we're back to Titus in the formation again for the crowd control aspect. He just flies all over the battlefield, as you've seen right there, doing stuns, doing fears. Very powerful hero. Overall, one of the most solid support heroes for or damage crowd control heroes that the Maulers have. Feared the entire back line right there with Titus. Again, very strong. Falling Sun, they leave Sophia all in the back line by herself. 5 kills again, very easy. Putting out a ton of damage, 42 million damage there from Sophia, which we are going right through chapter 30 at this point, 30-10. Iran is another one, very difficult hero to deal with. The Wilders have Brutus. This is kind of the opposite effect. With the Wilders team fighting Brutus, Brutus absolutely destroys them. On this team, us fighting Iran with the Maulers, very tough because we do not have Brutus built on this account. One of the reasons I want to, and the immunity. So we still got some work to do here, but we are maxing out a lot of 5-star heroes and maxing out a lot of signature items. 29 million damage there, 19 million from Skarath. Skarath with his little pull together, you'll see the back line will actually be slid, boom, right together as you've seen right there. Stacking heroes up perfectly, but the amount of damage that they put out. Cirrus, very strong, as well as the banish ability that is going on Sophia. So we're going to have to throw Verk in this one just to make it work damage-wise, because essentially the majority of the battle, if Sophia just stays in the top, she's got the haste, she's got the Spectral Disruption, but she is banished. Big, huge power from Tassie. Tassie has the ability to banish, as you can see there. Banished again. So there's no way that we are going to be able to actually take this team down with just Sophia because of the Banish and the Slumber that Tassie is doing. So let's go ahead. Let's swap it out. I'm thinking maybe Titus to hopefully push this back, which pushed him back a little, got everyone stacked up nicely. Again, that Slumber ability, Cirrus's ultimate ability, doing a lot of damage, as well as Kaz with the poison. This is getting really close. That is a lot of attempts. All right, guys, so that will do it for the team 30-12. We ran about 70 different attempts there. I edited out a lot of them. Let's collect up our loot here. Very, very excited about the progression in the Mauler into Chapter 30 at this point. Have a ton of 5-star heroes, ton of cards, some diamonds, summons for next time. Continuing to max out 5-star heroes on the Mauler account. So let me know in the comments what you think. Absolutely loving Titus. Definitely build him if you do not have him built. And as always, thank you guys for watching.